Hi guys! So today I'm going to talk to you about the Paper Cutz card blanks, specifically how to print borderless full-colour designs on card blanks that are smaller than A4 to A5. So you can end up with some beautiful cards that really give your designs the professional edge. Now, Paper Cutz have got so many different sized blanks available, and although typically most people think you can only print borderless on A4 and above, I'm here to show you that that's not true. You'll be able to use all of the Paper Cutz sizes of their high quality, vibrant card blanks to really make your chosen designs and full colour print look their best. So before we start, you're obviously going to need a printer that is able to print borderless. Now, I'm going to show you two ways to create this. The first one is the most straightforward. However, it does mean that you need to go against the printer manufacturer's recommended settings. Officially, printers recommend that you can only print A4 and above because of overspray. This is where the printer heads lay down ink beyond the actual media size itself, and obviously the waste collection is only for certain sizes. So please be aware that by doing this method, you could technically invalidate your printer's warranty. If, however, like me, your printer is out of warranty and the time and cost that it saves using the amazing Paper Cutz card blanks rather than trimming down your own is worth it when selling cards at high volume, this video is definitely for you. If you would rather do it the alternative way, then I'm going to show you a little trick at the end so you can still achieve the flawless results. So I'm going to take you over to Affinity Designer now, as this is what I use for most of my printing, and I'm going to show you how to set up your card designs and print. In Affinity Designer, we are going to create a new A4 document. We're going to make sure that DPI is at 300 and that all of your colour profiles are set up specifically for your printer. Next up, it is time to tweak the layout of our card designs here. Obviously, your card design is going to depend on what size blanks you are going to print on. This one here is a popular 5 by 7 inches, but obviously once it's laid flat, it's 10 inches by 7. Paper Cutz create all of their card blanks in either a gloss or matte finish so that you can choose what works best for your artwork. So as you can see here, I have the design on the right and the back of the card is on the left. This is really important when it comes to printing. It must be this way round. Now, ordinarily, I would just print as is if it was an A5, so an A4 folded in half, but obviously that's not going to work for this full colour design here. So I have created a rectangle that is the same size as the card. You can see down here it is 7 inches by 10 inches. We are going to use this to place our design on the A4 document itself. So I'm then going to go back up to Group, copy, and then head back over to that A4 document that we created just a moment ago and paste it in place. Now you need to rotate this round until the design is at the top. We are then going to use the alignment tools to align it to the left of the page and to the top. Now, if you remember, we added a rectangle, and although it's not visible on the design, it would print out because it is 1 pixel wide. We don't want that, so we are going to delete that. We are then left with the front of the card, the back of the card, and this surround here is obviously not going to be printed on. This is 5 by 7, the design itself, but we need to trick the printer into thinking that we are printing an A4 document. So the way we do that is we head over to Print, we click Properties. Now for the best image quality, I'm going for photo printing. Borderless printing is on. I'm actually printing on matte photo paper. My printer paper size is A4. Obviously it's not, we're using a blank, but we're telling the printer it's A4 and the print quality is going to be high. I'm now going to show you exactly how to set up your printer so that it's going to print out beautifully. Okay, so I have my printer set up here, and you may have noticed that at the back I have an A4 piece of card or paper. Now I am going to pop this into the printer, and obviously I'm going to set my paper guides up for the A4. We're then going to leave that here. Now what I would recommend before you use your Paper Cutz card blanks is that you have a play around with some plain paper. Trim them down to your preferred card blank size and then just make sure you've got everything set up correctly. The settings I'm showing you are obviously from my printer, which is a Canon IP8750, but yours may differ slightly. So we don't want to waste any of these amazing card blanks, so I would advise that you start with some just cheap copy paper first. Now, a question I get a lot is, which side do you actually print on with the card blanks? Now, hopefully you can see it's a very gloomy day and I've had to turn all of the internal lighting up, so hopefully this is visible. Now, on the card blank itself, you have got two sides. Both have a line through the middle. One side, it kind of dips in, and the other side, it kind of sticks out. We want to print on the side that dips in, so that when you fold it, the side that sticks out a bit will be on the inside. If you're unsure, check the directions on the back of your Paper Cutz card blanks and it should tell you. Otherwise, drop me a message and I'll always be delighted to help. So now, this is a slightly tricky bit. We need to put our card blank in portrait, and we are going to slide it right the way over to the right so that it is touching the paper feeder on the right. Then as I press print, I am going to put my finger here on the left, just gently, to try and feed it in. So what should happen now is the printer should believe that it is taking in an A4 piece of card or paper. And because I have set my design up for 5x7 and aligned it all correctly as I've just shown you in Affinity, fingers crossed, it should print out correct. So the printer has finished, and let me just show you. There we go. You can see we have got edge to edge printing, and where this crease line is here, the design itself stops. When we fold the card blank, we have got a beautiful card that has been professionally printed in-house. Just look at that print quality itself. Paper Cutz really is unrivaled when it comes to card blanks. It is why they are my chosen and preferred supplier. So I'm going to show you, it doesn't just have to be the 5x7 card blanks. I'm going to show you over in Affinity how to set up your documents for the other popular sizes too. Paper Cutz offers a really nice 6x6" card blank. It's actually slightly below that, as most card blanks are. So I have set up my document here to be exactly the same size as a card blank itself, which is 29.6 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters. The front design is on the right and the back design is on the left. Because this is slightly under a 6x12 folded flat, it means we can print this using the A4 trick again. So we would copy this, head over to our blank A4, rotate it around counterclockwise, and then use the alignment to align to the left and the top, and print out in exactly the same way, meaning that this will give us a flawless finish. And how about A6? Although this one looks quite similar to 5x7", when you look at the document setup, you can see that it is in fact A5, which obviously when folded becomes A6. So again, the design is on the right for the front and the back is on the left. So we would just select all of that, copy, head over to our blank A4. In my experience, you can attempt to do it this way. However, your design may be slightly off. For my printer, it just works better going anti-clockwise and then to the left and the top, and obviously inserting it into the printer portrait. The only thing I will say is make sure that you delete that rectangle that we've just used for layout before you print. Once your card's printed out, we're obviously going to need to fold it. I would highly recommend investing in a card creaser. So if you just start by gently folding the middle, and then I like to make sure that the edges here are touching each other, and then you can just kind of squeeze it out like this. It just gives you a tiny bit more maneuverability to make sure that everything is even. So how does that look? I love the gloss on this. It gives it such an amazing depth of colour. So there we go. We can compare the matte and the gloss. Both have such fantastic print quality. Now, as promised, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up if you don't want to overspray, or perhaps if your printer isn't set up for borderless printing. Now, this step is completely optional, but if you don't do it, there is a good chance that part of your design is going to be cut off. So I would start by creating a rectangle That is 5 by 7. I would turn off the fill and the outline. I then put it to the bottom of the pile and just drag my image in like so. This will keep it within the parameters of the 5 by 7 inches, the front of the design that we want. Then if you double click on it, you can move the image slightly over. We're aiming for about 1/2 centimetre. This should prevent it from being cut off, but will still end in the middle. Now we've got this border here of white. So instead, I'm going to just create another rectangle and fill it with a background colour by using the eyedropper and then filling it like that. As I said, this is optional. It depends on how close your image is to the edge. This should also help with alignment slightly as well. We're then going to go up to File and Print. And again, we need to hit Properties. We are going for photo printing. I'm going to print on a gloss photo paper this time. Printer paper size, you need to go down to Custom, and the width is going to be 7 and the height is going to be 10. And we obviously want a high print quality. So if this happens here and you've got red, it's because of the custom size here will be slightly under. So just change that back to what it should be. So 7 inches by 10. And I will then show you exactly how to pop this into your printer. So this time it's completely different. We just need to make sure that we are printing on the right side. So remember, that's the bit with the line that goes slightly in rather than popping out. And we are going to put it portrait into the printer. And we are going to use the paper guides at the end. I'm not sure if you can see that. We're going to use the paper guides at the end just to make sure that it's going to hold the paper in place, and then we're going to print. Okay, so it's printed out and you can see we have a border all the way around 3 edges, but luckily this hasn't cut off because we did the little trick. So now I'm going to show you how to make this look borderless. It's a lot more effort than the previous method, but it's perfect if your printer doesn't print borderless. So we are going to start by folding our card. So again, we are going to put the outer corners together, and then we're just going to use the creaser to get a nice crisp edge. Next up, we're going to take a very sharp blade. It needs to be sharp, and a ruler. I'm going to use my metal one, and I'm sure you've guessed what we're going to do. We are going to keep it folded and just lightly score down. You want to use light motions so that you are cutting rather than dragging and tearing the cardstock. We're going to move around and do each of the 3 corners. And there you go, we are done. So this looks like a great borderless print. And if we compare it to the method that we used earlier, yes, there is a size difference. Let me just row those up over the top of each other. There is probably a centimetre top and bottom combined, and maybe 1/2 centimetre on the bottom. But we haven't lost any of the print. It is centrally aligned because we maneuvered it in Affinity Designer, and it's really not all that noticeable. So this is a great option if you don't have a printer that prints borderless, or if you don't want to print using little tricks, which means it's going to overspray. So there is our borderless cards printed using 2 different methods. The one where we don't have to trim whatsoever, we just trick the printer into thinking that it is A4, and the one where we have to trim down after printing. Let me know which option do you prefer, and definitely drop a comment down below if this is something you are going to try or something you found helpful. Now, if you are a card printer, as I said, you need to check out Paper Cutz. They have got so many different card blanks available, and it is so much quicker being able to just print borderless for all of those rather than having to trim down and create them yourself. This is a great option for high volume sellers that want to keep printing in-house, so that they can make sure that their quality is still correct, is still fantastic, or if you just want to do small batch runs. I have used Paper Cutz since 2013 because in my opinion their quality really is second to none, and their prices are very competitive, and not to mention their customer service has always been superb. If you are a small business that needs to order items in bulk, drop them a message and I am sure they can help you with some wholesale prices. I really hope you found today's video informative. Drop a like down below if you've enjoyed the content and share it with a crafty friend, and I can't wait to see you next Friday. Bye!